it up last week. So I'm going to import Command I. I'm going to import the images we were using last week. So I have some images to work with. I'm going to do a new composition. I'm going to keep it high definition. So I'm going to say OK. I didn't check my length, so I'm going to go back to composition settings, and it's 8 seconds right now. I'm going to change that to 15 seconds. I'm going to say OK. Okay. What we're going to add today is I'm going to bring an image down. So I don't want to use that one. That was out of focus. So let's bring this image down of Cole. And I'm going to scale it down to about 50%. Okay, that's where I want to start. Okay, I'm going to also add a layer of text in here. So I'm going to say a new text. I'm going to say Cole, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Actually, I want to go to about 400. And I'm going to change the color a little bit so it's easier to read. I'm going to select it. I'm going to get it right in the center. Okay, so what we're going to add today is 3D. So right now, everything we've done is two-dimensional. It moves left, right, it moves up and down, or it scales. So to add to 3D, this little box right here, you can turn a layer to three-dimensional. So before, in a two-dimensional world, whatever is on top is what you see. So if I put this text below him, you don't see the text, okay? So it's a layer thing like Photoshop. But if I turn on 3D, on this layer of text, and the best way to see this is to see two windows. So if I go to views right here and say two views horizontal, now I'm looking at the top camera. So see, this is the active camera, this is my top camera. So by me turning this on to 3D, it gives me three-dimensionality. So I'm going to go over to transform, and notice what it did for me. It added X, Y, and Z for a three-dimensional space, or it added Z space. So if I turn this off, notice this is all I have, and I don't see the top view. But if I turn that three-dimensional back on, it gives me this option. And one thing to think of is a three-dimensional object cannot affect a two-dimensional object. So right now, the picture of Cole is two-dimensional. So no matter what I do to this, so notice I have my X, Y, and Z axis. So here's my X, here's my Y, here's my Z. So notice this doesn't affect it. But as soon as I do this and I turn Cole to 3D, the picture, notice it disappears because here's the picture, here's the text, it's behind it. So as soon as I bring the text forward, and now the layers aren't as important. Notice things aren't changing, okay? Because we're in a three-dimensional space. And with that three-dimensional space, again, with our X, Y's, and Z's, you can start seeing where 3D space interacts with each other, even though they're two-dimensional objects in two-dimensional objects in 3D space. Okay, so it gives us a lot more power to be in 3D space. Okay, and this stuff is keyframeable just like before. So if I want Cole to start here, that's my position. And what I'm going to do is, over time, I'm going to have it. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. So over time, I'm going to have the picture move back, okay, in 3D space. And then I'm going to have Cole's under position, I'm going to have it. And I'm going to turn on my rotations too. So I'm going to move this out over time. I'm going to have the text move out. And I'm also going to have it rotate and move. Okay? So if you watch this, you have some nice little three-dimensional move. Okay, so as that moves there, I'm going to go back to my picture and do the opposite. So I'm going to turn these on. I'm going to come back here and copy them. And I want this to rotate the opposite way, like that, as they're moving. So you're going to see them both move in three-dimensional space. And just so you can see it happen over a longer time, I'm going to move these all over. And again, that's 3D space. Okay, so I want you guys to play with this now.